technologies. The product is Striker Virtual Recoil, which is the brand of the product that we have. I'm going to kind of let Kyle, our Chief Science Officer, sort of bring you up to speed on the history of where the product came from.
Okay, so this actually started as a military project, and we were in an incubator. It was called Launchpad in New Orleans, and a company actually did the visuals for military trainers. So they'd project, they'd have a projection up on the wall, and then this like militarized version actually fires an infrared laser, and it had motion or laser tracking, so they could see where if you hit a target or not. So that's kind of where we started with that company. And then they suggested that there was pneumatic recoil, which was recoil that used air to kick the bolt back and produce recoil. And they suggested that an electronic version would be something that the military might be interested in and that could further the industry. So we came up with this solution, which we patented, and it's a haptic feedback solution that doesn't just have applications in military, which we'll get to. But it is the most realistic solution that we found to date, and it's the most realistic solution that exists in the market. So if you want to play the video, and we can kind of just go from there.
Striker Virtual Recoil. Realistic recoil for the virtual environment. Originally developed for military training, the Striker VR electronic recoil system provides the most realistic simulation possible of a virtual environment. The system operates with an electromagnetic linear drive and limited design and converts energy directly to linear motion. Striker VR is easily programmable to deliver custom movements in the linear drive to produce changes in weight distribution, vibration, and shock. These programmable functions combine to simulate customized haptic feedback, allowing the user to experience simulation of various weapon types. In the 21st century, the first-person shooter is the most commercially viable video game genre, as well as being a genre that has taken more market share of any other genre in the game industry. The rebirth of the virtual reality industry brings a revolutionary new experience to the FPS genre. Striker VR is a key component to the new immersive FPS experience. Striker Virtual Recoil, the most rugged and realistic electronic recoil system available, is prepared to deliver a heightened sensory experience for the virtual gaming world.
Okay, so you can kind of see there's a lot of like military-esque talk there, but we really want to bring it into the gaming market, but not as this form. We want to change it. So we're thinking futuristic weapons like the Halo gun. Are you anybody familiar with the Halo gun? Everybody's used that. So you know the Halo gun that shoots plasma, but you can charge it. So this can actually simulate vibration, not just recoil. So while you're charging it, it can vibrate and simulate that, and when you release it, it can simulate the recoil of plasma fire. And the reason why we want to do that is we've been asked again and again today, what's kind of ethical impact does this have for children in gaming? And it's not our intention to bring realistic firearms into gaming environments. I'll just say that right off. But we envision this solution for haptic feedback in different forms. So for instance, you're all familiar with the Wii and that you play tennis and it tracks you. Well, imagine you had the Oculus on and you had our little like a little cylinder in your hand that contained our recoil solution or our haptic feedback solution. Well, the ball comes to your net, and then you kind of hit it, and it can change the center of gravity. So then it feels like you make contact with the ball. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so that's not the only solution we're thinking. We have some other ideas, but I'll let kind of Martin talk about more of the gaming.
We're looking at, as a quick one that would be really fun, we're looking at the idea of a Harry Potter one, where you're sort of winding up and whatever accelerometer data is produced to make that specific spell, you're vibrating more and more as you're building it up and you're getting it right, and then you deliver, right? And you actually get that feedback, and it feels like you really sent that spell out there. I mean, imagine with a bunch of riffs, right? And now all of us would have wands, and we're all running around playing a new, interesting version of tag. But there's certain repercussions from the spells that you put on people. There's all sorts of really fun, interesting, interactive, fun new games that could come from that type of thing. We're also interested in the concepts of, their modular environments, right? So we're looking for people to work with. We know these ideas, a lot of them, and we don't have the tracking down. I mean, we really put this tracking solution together in 2 weeks before we came to meet here. And we're looking for those partnerships, we're looking for those people to work with because the ideas are bigger. For instance, one that we're talking about is the modular environments. So modular environments where now everybody has a Rift on and we're modifying laser tag across the country. We're putting up these fake walls, they're being skinned by the virtual environment, and we're moving into like a really interesting place. We'd like to see the kids being able to create and 3D print their own weapons, their own laser guns, they're getting these cool, oh wow, I 3D printed my own gun, we get to use the weapons builder, and they create these products, and then they go to the arenas, and they're able to like kind of share and show and tell, and like, they get to be proud of that thing that they helped create, that along with their own avatars. So, you looked at your friend, and your friend is their avatar. I could see, you talk about the omnidirectional treadmill, but at the end of the day, it's really going to be hard to replace that realistic movement, And if we can just, in this type of environment, you can even see like an ESPN kind of thing going on with an arena where you could actually watch that, but on top of that, you're seeing the virtual reality world that they've designed and created, that they're in, well, look at this team, they come out of nowhere, right? And they have their weapons all look this way, and they're all skinned in their own avatars, and it's really interesting, but you're also engaged in physical activity, right? So there's actual like sport to it at the end of the day. So that's kind of what we're about. We have a demo that we've put together, and some folks at Inition helped put some Band-Aids on it. It's really, really helpful. So we're excited to try and soon hopefully find a little bit better tracking solutions. But come check it out. I can't wait for you guys to shoot some water balloon filled zombies. So.
Ask a question.